How do we get to a solution?
So I think that we have to not talk about Arabs as though they're somehow constitutionally different than Danes. I don't know why we would essentialize populations in that way. We have to be open to the idea
Danes don't
that
do
the people...
October 7th?
Why would you say that?
Fix it.
Why would you say that?
Muslims didn't do October 7th.
Not since the Vikings.
Gazans didn't do October 7th. And if you're adopting the worldview that everyone in Gaza, the 2.3 million people, are responsible, then you are very much in line with Netanyahu's right-wing government, who thinks that and therefore thinks it's appropriate to violate international law by doing collective punishment on the population, literally starving them to death, having them on the brink of famine, killing 13,000 kids. There was a very passionate description of the graphic reality of October 7th at the beginning of...
That's what you get when you have a solution and it doesn't work, so you add a bunch of problems into it and it's a big solution. And to solve one solution, you need to fix all the solution.
The answer is...
You're not answering my question.
I'll answer the question.
Go.
I'm sorry, I do feel like a lot of responses...
20 more seconds.
Okay.
20 more seconds. The solution, please, go.
There has to be a one-state solution, which means that there cannot... When Hamas is talking about eliminating Israel, it's talking about not killing all of the Jews. It's about eliminating the idea...
Okay.
It's about...
Leave it there. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
It's about... Let me just finish, sir. Can I just finish the sentence?
He starts laughing because somebody said, they never said they're going to delete you.
That is blasphemous.
And he's laughing uncontrollably. This is exactly what I do on this channel. I laugh at things because there's so much negativity. You would be very happy if you laugh at negativity and keep going forward.
It's about eliminating the idea of a Jewish state, ending a Jewish state, ending an ethno-national state, and having a state more like what we have in the United States of America.
If not the day.
She cannot be possibly this ignorant. If she is, she needs to quit her job and do something else immediately. If she is not ignorant, then she is a very evil liar. Bruh. What do you mean they want to be like America with a democracy? They said that to be in power. And guess what? There was no democracy anymore.
Fuck Israel. I had to get that off my chest. The rage just builds up and I just have to let it out every couple of hours. What did you say? Fuck Israel.
Can you imagine it's even funnier if you say that specific people don't want to delete certain people compared to
fuck Israel.
I'm like, bruh. Huh? Life is a comedy.
The only place in the Middle East that has any appreciation for LGBT rights whatsoever. It's the only country in the Middle East that doesn't throw homosexuals off the top of buildings when they find them.
I hope that you choke on a piece of concrete and literally go to hell.
In all honesty, why would you support a country that if you would go there, they would remove you? No, instead of that, you're going to be like, no, they're going to treat me respectfully because they're all about equality. Don't let them gaslight you.
There was so much talk that they don't want you to take ivermectin. Ivermectin is the way to go. Take it. Joe Rogan got better from ivermectin. And by the way, I don't like what people did to Joe Rogan about ivermectin. I don't like it. You did it. No.
You're going to learn today.
No.
Yes, you did.
Find the clips.
Dude, find the clips. You shamed Joe Rogan.
Find the clips.
You said he's taking horse dewormer. You and Don Lemon were chuckling at each other about it.
No,
I'll go find
first
the
of all,
clip.
you just saw the clips.
I watched
I'm
it.
not chuckling. I'm listening to Don. But
No. The clip I'm talking about wasn't on there, and it's absolutely there. Here, do we have it? Hold on. Let's play the clip. Go ahead.
Injecting drugs for animals and horse.
And people telling them to. Oh, my God. What person? You know, you talk about, like, cancel culture and who to shame. A dewormer? Really?
They are shaming themselves.
That's what it is.
They're shaming themselves.
So you're taking a dewormer right now.
Chris,
you can't apologize for that. You weren't being clear that it was this, and you know that, dude. You're being so dishonest right now, man.
I'm not being
dishonest. You were talking about ivermectin, the drug. You were not talking about this version of ivermectin.
It's an evil world we live in.
But you did push a message from somebody that should be responsible. Do they have a consequence? No. They're laughing their ass off to the bank. People are so used to gaslighting because they don't read the thing. Look at the Trump trial. People think it was a fair situation. But even CNN on the left is like,
So the jury instructions are so important. They're sort of dry, but they're crucial. They're the last thing the jury will hear before they disappear into that jury room to deliberate. And We, as a criminal justice system, we do the best we can. We try to have the judge explain it in non-legal, understandable terms. Some part of the jury instruction is easy to understand. For example, it's up to you, the jury, to assess the credibility of the witnesses. Anyone can understand that. Other parts get really deep into the weeds, usually when we get into the elements of the crime. And what happened today, when the parties were arguing about what the jury instruction should be and should not be, absolutely blew my mind. I need to call this out. We collectively, prosecutors, are pushing the boundaries of due process here. The general back and forth in the courtroom today was the defense lawyers saying, Your Honor, please tell the jury specifically what the other crime is, right? Prosecutors have to prove falsified records for another crime. Defense lawyers were begging him. They have to know what the other crime is. And prosecutors were saying, no, let's keep it very vague and general.
Of course you were. That's what everyone wants.
It's a bizarro world. I know that there is some aggressive reading of the New York statute that says, well, the jury doesn't really have to know what the other crime is. But to me, that suggests that the DA's office is hell-bent on getting the conviction now and worry about the fallout.
They are gaslighting people just like Cuomo did. And now on CNN, they're speaking the truth.
Yeah, tough guy.
So there was a beautiful event for the people from the right, and somebody came by with a gangster pointy thing. So the person with the pointy thing that believed in a certain way came by and was like doing the best thing he can, and somebody jumped him, held him down. But one of the police were like, yo, that's a protective class. We need to do something about it. Kakatash. Only for the person of the protective class to stand up and be like, oh, I'm gonna hang on you too. And I'm like, wait, he just helped you. Were you that angry that you just wanted to point anyone? And this happened in Germany on a live stream. Media didn't have the time to hide it. England till I die? And you're not surprised? Imagine going to an event so people can feel safe and you're so bored because nothing aggressive is happening.
Are you sure?
Without any rioting and brawls materializing by Tommy Robinson event in London, Met Police UK officer looked rather bored waiting around the pub next to Big Ben. The left said that the event will bring violence and minorities. Even the US Department warned people to stay away.
Yeah, tough guy.
But Christ, who is King. Christ is King! Christ is King! Christ is King!
For a while, people were screaming Antifada from the river to the sea.
Wrong with you?
Well, hey, some people are going to scream Christ is King. And why would that happen? Because certain people are preaching unique stuff about the thing that happened in Germany that people feel related because it's happening in other countries too. And they're like, we feel the same pain. And nobody calls this out.
Wow. They even tired. Because they going through the same problem over there too.
Dude, theirs is worse.
Yeah.
Theirs is worse.
Like, bro, they're not taking any.
Omar?
They're not taking any W's. When has it been a Democrat W?
What politicians doing, everything is doing. I think there is a big responsibility of the Muslim community in that, because we have tried to change the British. It is totally different now. It's nothing like Britain before. It's everybody's like doing their own thing and they want to adapt everything. So this country's own culture has disappeared. And I think this is something that needs to come back if we want to be, feeling the important. Because, if the British society changed to other countries' rules and religious expectation and everything, then you cannot expect the Britain, politicians to be British to you.
Yeah. So this is interesting. So you think Britain has been too accommodating almost?
Yes, it is. And I think this multicultural everything coming into it has made cultural everything.
Britain has been too accommodating almost.
Yes, it is. And I think this multicultural everything coming into it has made it like the society has changed to everybody's adaptations, like everybody's doing their own thing, schools and everything, you know, they're like having different kind of holidays, everybody's having different kind of, you know, their own adaptations. And I think, you know, if you go to Tower Hamlets Council and you want to speak to someone about, you know, before I would go to council and I would see that they would expect it and they understand me. But now they will be like, oh, in your culture it happens, so adapt to it.
Tell me why this isn't funny. Some people want to escape their culture because they don't like specific negativity in their poor neighborhood, mostly where they live, because they want an opportunity. And now you go somewhere and you're like, hey, maybe British are way different if I find a better place surrounded by people that work in a different way with consistency. And now suddenly I'm not there anymore. I feel like I'm in the same situation in my country, and when I complain about certain things, they're so inclusive. They're also inclusive about the things that I don't like.
That's one thing we agree on.
I mean, bruh, this is so stupid. It's funny you can make a comedy out of this. Like, I know people responsible.
Oh, in your culture it happens, so adapt to it.
How can that be empathetically the right thing to be freaking racist in their face? Like, that's you, we need to respect you. Accept it. And if you don't accept the negativity, you're not part of your culture.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, turloqueta, verdetta, welcome.